What's going on, everyone? This is Vince from Life with Vince Luu. The format of my daily vlogs. I share my exercise for the day, I answer questions from the previous day's vlogs, and then I talk about whatever topic that I want to talk about for the day. Feel free to use the timestamps below as you see fit. Exercise for the day, 6-mile run at a pretty decent pace. I'm going to throw the map up here, splits up here, and surprisingly, my legs aren't sore at all from yesterday's heavy squat session. Was able to go for singles yesterday. Was able to hit 295, not able to hit 305. And maybe it's not surprising because the overall volume from yesterday's squat session wasn't a lot. I was able to hit all the warm-up sets and then 225 times 3, 275 times 1, 285 times 1, 295 times 1, and then I failed at 305. So overall, the volume total wasn't as much as my usual 5x5, 5x3, or 5x4. So, feel good. Woo! Alright, let's get to some questions. First question comes from Corey. He asked, any advice for someone who may switch gears with their channel for a daily video? My biggest piece of advice, and you've probably heard me say it 100 times at least, is to document and don't create. I feel that what's made daily videos a lot easier is just to document my daily life, what I'm doing during the day, because then I don't have to script out anything, I don't have to write anything down, I can just talk about whatever's on my mind and just document whatever is happening during the day. Drake asked, what protein powder do you use, and do you look at the amino acid profile of your protein powder? 2 protein powders that I currently use. The first one I just bought from Amazon, Body Fortress. It's my first time trying it. It had good reviews and it was a good deal at 16 bucks for 2 pounds. So that's why I got it. And the second protein powder that I use pretty consistently as well is from Muscle Farm, the Combat, which I got at Costco. Again, because it was a good deal. Typically, I don't look at the amino acid profile. All I look for is that it's not a proprietary blend and then that it lists all the amino acids in there. If it lists all the amino acids in there, it's usually good enough for me. Barely Glorious asks, do you really think you recover faster from your diet, i.e. not eating meat? He also adds, he started to recover faster when he started to put more volume into his training. His body is just adapting. I agree with you. Your body will adapt to whatever stress that you put on it. So the more that you train, the longer that you train, the more likely that you'll recover faster later on, the more likely that you're not going to be sore because your body is getting used to the stress that's put on it. Though all I know is what I feel, and I feel great. That's why I've stuck with it for so long. That's why I'll plan to stick with it for a while. And to clarify, I don't think it's the absence of meat that is really aiding in my recovery. I think it's less processed foods and more nutrient-dense food. I do believe that one can recover pretty well with meat, but less processed foods. The key here is less processed foods. Why I've decided to stick with vegetarianism, even though I believe this, is because it's a lot easier for me to just say no. I'm really black and white when it comes to this type of stuff. If I include meat, then it's more likely that I'll eat out. It's more likely that I'll eat more greasy foods. It's more likely that I'll go to that Taco Bell or go to Jack in the Box. And if I just throw out meat altogether, I'm less likely to eat those types of foods. Redmond with Brad asked, do you have any tattoos? No, I don't have any tattoos, though I really do own one. I just don't know exactly what I want to go in it. All I know is that I eventually want a half sleeve on my calf/lower leg area. Though I don't have any tattoos, I've had piercings in the past. In college, I had 2 eyebrow piercings right here. I had an anti-brow, and then I had a spider bites right here. You can actually see the scar. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I have the scar from my spider bites right here. And I didn't have them all at the same time. I think I had my anti-brow and then my spider bites at the same time. And then I took my spider bites out and then I had my anti-brow and then my 2 eyebrow piercings. Power Weight Training asks, you decided to max out today, which was yesterday. Do you structure your training both strength and running? It sounds like you wing it sometimes. 90% of all my training that I decide to do for the day is what I'm feeling like doing for the day. Although I will have a rough sketch at the beginning of the week in terms of what all I need to get done, whether that's 4 lifting sessions, whether that's X amount of pull-ups, whether that's X amount of miles or X many times that I want to run. I have that rough skeleton. When I go throughout the week, it's literally whatever I'm feeling during the day. So in a sense, I am winging it. I have to be very strategic of where I place certain workouts and listen to my body. For example, yesterday I woke up and I was like, it really feels like a max out type of day. So I did. I also knew that I needed to run. So I ran 1 mile after I maxed out so that I can keep my running streak going. In order for me to max out yesterday as well, I also have to take into consideration what I did the couple of days before. On Monday, I did 1,000 pull-ups. That's not really gonna affect me squat-wise, and I still wasn't that sore from the pull-ups anyways, so I can max out on Wednesday. Tuesday, I didn't do anything that was going to inhibit me from maxing out as well, so I decided to max out yesterday because the 2 days before, I really wasn't doing anything, so I make sure to take like that into consideration as well. And this is all my personal style and what's worked well for me. I really like having that flexibility factor, and it's not even just in my training, it's how I approach my diet and a lot of other parts in my life. Radies ask, are you currently working, studying, or what does your day look like? So I am currently not working. I was actually laid off about 3 months ago due to COVID, and funny story, well, I guess it might not be that funny of a story, is I came on with this company, and it's a management consulting firm. I worked from home as a remote recruiter. Really good job, good pay, and I really liked it. Most importantly, they were super flexible. I can work 10 hours, I can work 20 hours, I can work 30, 40, I can work day, I can work night, I can work weekends. As long as I got my work done, it really didn't matter because I was more or so like extra support. They had let a couple people go, so they brought me on board. And I really like this company, and 3 months in, they were like, hey, we really like you. I know you're on contract right now, but we want you to come full-time on board as an internal employee. And at that point, because at the same time, I'm studying for my real estate license, and that's why I moved up to the Bay Area from San Diego, is to start my own business, is to get into real estate and go that route. Though I picked up this job because I was like, okay, I can probably study and work part-time at the same time, because when I interviewed with my manager, she was like, yeah, it can be part-time, it can be full-time, whatever you want. And I was like, okay, it's the best of both worlds, because now I can study and I can work a little bit part-time, very flexible. And so 3 months in, they asked me, hey, do you want to come on internally? And I was like, nah, not really, because if I go on internally, I have to work full-time. And I really didn't want to work full-time, and I really, really like the flexibility. Like some weeks I would work 40 hours, but a lot of the weeks I would work 20, 25. It just depended on the week. And I was like, I'll stay a contractor and I'll stay with the flexibility because that's what I want right now, and everything's fitting together. And then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, they actually let go of the contractors first. So if I wouldn't have been a contractor, I likely would still have my job. Though, I mean, it is what it is and it happens. Though at the same time, I have a really good relationship with my manager. We still text. She'll email me every few weeks and ask like, hey, how's it going? We want you back, but they still have a hiring hold. So not sure if that was a funny story, but that's my current situation right now in terms of work. Though the good news is that job was not my only source of income. I have multiple streams of income, and I actually make a fairly decent amount of money, a couple $100s a month just by selling stuff on eBay, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace. I source a couple items from China that I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace, and that's been doing well, or it was doing well before COVID. So I do have multiple streams of income. Also, the place that we're living at right now, my girlfriend's family owns it, so the rent is fairly cheap. So you combine that together, plus my lifestyle that I live, I don't live a lavish lifestyle. So I'm basically breaking even with what I am selling on those platforms and the rent that I pay. Plus, I mean, I have a bunch of savings as well. So it's not like I am blowing all my money from not working. Another good thing that's come out of this as well, one, I get to be more on YouTube and I get to focus on YouTube. And two, I really get to study more for my real estate license. Actually, to be honest with you, I am ready. I'd be ready next week to take the test. I've been studying for about 8 to 9 months. I sent in my application 8 weeks ago to the California Bureau of Real Estate, and they just have to get back to me. They say that it's supposed to take 6 to 8 weeks to process my application. It's been 8 weeks, so literally I'm just waiting, and it's been a waiting game. I've been studying about 2 hours a day just to refresh my memory, but once I can get an official date, I can set one of those like study sessions that they have everywhere where it's like a 1 to 2 day crash course. I'll take that crash course, and then I'll take the test, and then I'll get a real estate job. So that's my current plan. On a typical day, I'll usually wake up around 6:30, go on YouTube and do YouTube activities until about 8:30 or 9. And by YouTube and YouTube activities, I mean commenting on other people's videos, commenting back on people who commented on my videos, doing cold outreach, whatever it is. I usually like to wrap that up at about 8:30, 9, and at that point, I'll do my exercise for the day, whether that's a barbell session or a run session. If I am doing a barbell session, I'll usually do a barbell session for about 45 minutes to an hour. Nowadays, it's more about 45 minutes, and then I'll run 1 to 3 miles after, just so that I can keep my running streak going. If I don't do a barbell session, I'll usually just go on a run, whether that's 5 miles, 6 miles, 7 miles, whatever it is. I try my best to finish my exercise by 10:30, 11 at latest. I come back, I film like the clip you're seeing right now, and then after this, I'll actually go in, shower, cook, eat, refill up, ready to go, and then at 12 o'clock, from like 12 to 2, I'll study for my real estate license, and then from like 2 to 3, or maybe 2 to 3:30, I'll do my money-making activities, so that's like Poshmark, that's eBay. At about 3:30, I like to film for a second time of whatever I'm missing for the day. It's usually the topic that I am talking about for the day, and I'll edit right after, and it usually takes me about an hour-ish to edit, and then try to push my video out by 5:30, 6 at latest, but sometimes that editing goes a long time. Sometimes I'll finish editing by like 6 and then won't get the video out by 7, and then during that time when I'm finished with editing, so that can be 5, it can be 6, I'll usually cook, eat again, spend some time with my girlfriend and my cats, and then around 8:30, I'll usually watch TV with my girlfriend. Right now, we are watching Criminal Minds, and that's our time to spend with each other. A lot of times as well, I'll pull up a laptop, and then I'll do that whole YouTube commenting thing again, so that the next day, I don't have to comment on like a million different videos and comment back on a million different videos. And then usually by like 9:30, I like to wrap up the night, clean my cat's litter box, do my nightly routine, and then go to sleep by 10:30, 11 at latest, and then do all of this all over again the next day. If you met me or come to know me in 2016 or after, then you've always known the fit Vince, the one that loves to work out, the one that tracks all of his macros and weighs all of his food, and if he doesn't, it literally hurts his soul. I wasn't always like this. There was a point in my life where I wasn't about the lifestyle, where I didn't really work out, where I was eating California burritos 4, 5 times a week, where I was drinking 2, 3 days a night. And all of this happened at San Diego State, 2009 to about 2014, my college career. First year, didn't really drink, was fine, was not overweight. Second year, got to meet more people, got to be more involved in organizations. Anti-brow Vince, snake bite Vince, right here. This is a weird picture for me to look back at because it brings back so many memories. At that point, my sophomore year, again, not that bad. Junior year hits. I am president of my club that I'm a part of. I am part of a fraternity, 2 fraternities I think I joined that year. A lot of drinking, 2, 3 days a night. At that point, I thought it was normal. Now that I look back on it, definitely not normal. Again, pictures right here, not that bad. Definitely gained weight. At this point, maybe 150, 155. That was junior year. Then we go into senior year and super senior year. At that point, I honestly, looking in the mirror, I didn't think that I was that bad. But looking back now, woof, it looks bad, and I was 160, 165. I definitely wasn't heavier than 170, but I was in the 160s, and it's just mind-boggling to look back on it now, because at that time I was going to the gym 2 to 3 days a week. I was running a mile here and there, and I thought that I knew that I wasn't fit, but I didn't think that I was what I look like that. Like, I didn't think that's what I look like. And now that I've had time to look back on those pictures, I was like, whoa, I was pretty heavy. And then 2014, after I studied abroad in Shanghai, I came back, I lived in Sacramento with my family, worked with my family, and this was one of the first pictures that I took when I first started working out. This was me at about 160, 165 pounds, and this was really the start of my fitness journey. That was when I literally had no idea what I was doing. I was going to the gym, I was doing cardio, I was doing machines, and I just kept at it. And I went to start out, it was a struggle to go 3 days a week. And then 3 days a week became normal, and then 4 days a week, and then 5 days a week, and looking up YouTube videos, reading articles, Jim Stepani, bodybuilding.com. What can I do? Had a fitness mentor, texted him a million different questions, and still text him today. Answered all my questions, made adjustments as I went on my fitness journey. Time passes, boom, six-pack, boom, ripped. And a couple years after that, here we are today, me running ultra marathons, me still powerlifting, me doing the fitness and living the lifestyle. This is crazy. And this was a short few-minute clip of my fitness journey from college till now. So if I can do it, you can do it. The hardest thing about this journey is patience. You have to put in the work day by day, week by week. And the thing is, you're not going to see those results day by day or even week by week. It takes a meaningful time, 2 months, 3 months, months at a time before you see the results. But I guarantee you, if you stick with it, if you stick to the game plan, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. That's how long it took me to go from when I first started working out in that picture to get ripped. For people to come up to me and say, whoa, you got super fit and you're blonde now, but now you have a six-pack, you're fit, what did you do? So I want to be that resource for you. So if you have any questions, please, please, please let me know. I want to help you all out, to help out in any way, shape, or form that I can. Now that I am building a platform on my YouTube, now that I'm building a community, I really want to do my best to help out, at least give my take on things, and you can take that for what it is. It might work for you, it might not work for you. I don't know. All or neither do I have all of the answers, but I have a general knowledge of fitness, of running, of tracking macros, of powerlifting. I'd like to think that I have some sort of value to offer. So if I can help you in any way, please let me know down in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here. And if you want to catch another one of my videos, there's a video right here, and there's a video right here. See you all tomorrow.